Yo, hello. Hello, hello. How are you guys doing? Shokri, Poolstein, Zamber, Miro, Nature, Gelrad, Nico, Morbidity, Melissa. I think I said Fatal already. No? No. Fatal. Naui Mimi? Or Mimi? Another Nico? My god. You're sick? Dude. I'm right there with you. No, it's Joel. Joel. Now it's the same. There we go. Sounds like you're checking attendance. Poodlestein, absent. Like, I'm here for the memes. Oh Jesus. Bueller. Bueller. Poodlestein. Poodlestein. New on your Discord and new here. Hello, welcome. Happy to have you. Is it Elusum? Or is it Elusium? What up? Present. Man, I slept like, okay. My partner was sick and now it's my turn. Oh, dude. I mean, I'm technically better, but I have like a residual cough that just won't quit. It's pretty nice. Elusum. All right. First time. Perfect. Yeah, the cough won't stop. It just kind of lingers. It's great. Okay. So, yes, we're going to be looking at your guys' stuff. I'm going to follow the format I usually do when I'm feedbacking at work. So, should be quite interesting to you. It's not a trade secret or anything. Dynast 19 virus. Jesus. But it might give you a bit of an insight into like how picky. I don't know. Maybe I'm not picky. Let's see. We'll see. I mean, it's not crazy. It's just a format that I find that works for me, that at least from what my team tells me works for them. Yeah, I'm just gonna build a frame here. And there is supposed to be one more update coming in. And I don't know if it's happened yet or not. So we're just kind of, we're building the time a little bit. My plague is going to wipe the floor. It has happened. Okay. All right, I just got latest on it then. So we'll switch to this view. So just to kind of give you the rundown on how I will be kind of doing this. Oh, nice. Okay. Cool. So when we look at the, I don't need that anymore. When we look at Miro, what I like to do is try to have like a clear point of feedback that has like a supporting image, the feedback, the priority at which I view like, oh, this is really important. This should be solved first. And then on your guys' side, a status. So for example, if I just make this shape that says, just says done, and we'll just make that is black. That's fine. The frame can be black as well. Text will scale up, and then the background will just make green. So when you feel like, okay, the feedback for that thing's done, you would just put this here. So then we would just do this. Yeah, so I'll put this here. And then priorities will give you an idea of like how important I view something. Yeah, and for the main image, you'll see I zoom in, or I make these quite large. That way you can zoom in and you can see any red pens if there's any doodling on top of it. The other thing you'll see that I do is I've got this frame here. So if let's just simulate one. So let's say that this is good, and then this is like replace me, right? So this is a shape with text on it. And I think I've showed this on stream before, but I'll just do it for you guys. Hello, Maru. I'll do it for you guys. He's already coming back out. You can't replace this image. So for example, if we have, let's paste this here. If I have this image and I delete it, if I select this shape, it's not a shape, it's an image, right? I've made it a PNG. I can't paste on top of this, but when I select these and if I paste, it will paste the image and make it fit the frame. And if I double click, you can see how much it clips to try and make it fit. But it allows me to maintain a format and keep it pretty clean. So how you do that is you create this, then you Control-Shift-C. And what that does is it copies the image or what is selected. And then when you paste, it pastes it as a PNG, which is really, really useful if you need to like screen grab and whatnot. It's kind of like doing this and screenshotting that and pasting it. But yeah, so I'm just gonna get a frame that's kind of close to it, and then we can use that as a way to replace. Let me think if there's any other things I could state. I think the other thing I would do is let's look at infrastructure. Is that right? That doesn't feel right. That does not feel right. Why? Infrastructure. It is right. Okay, so another thing I'll do is I'll take all 4 of these and I'll just merge them. And this will be like the main topic of the slides under it. So if I need to, I can take this, duplicate it, and then move this one maybe down here. And then this one can be like, copy this, paste it here, and then just say like props. And then maybe there's one for materials as well. So let's just, let's get on with this, shall we? Is it basically like Figma alternative? It's yes and no. I would say it's more like a whiteboard, a large scale whiteboard. Figma is more for like designing and prototyping UX and layouts of UI, right? But Miro is like a big planning board / sticky note / whiteboard infinity scape. So this probably won't need to be this big, but here we go. Okay, so let's start with, maybe I'll make these like this. I get really picky about this stuff, but you guys know me. I'm very organized, crazy. All right, so let's go here. And let's switch to this view. And Miro's great for 3D artists for sure. If they had a lightweight external program that, because they do have an external program, but it's not very lightweight, and you could set it to be on top always, I would be using that like crazy. So, yeah. Let's get in here. Should I start with A? Oh, there's some nice signage and stuff in here now too. Okay, so Man, I'm gonna have to like tab back and forth here. Hopefully this isn't too slow. Oh, why is it? No, come on, man. Are you for real right now? Okay, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna offset it. Maybe not. I'll pull it like this. Okay, this should work. Cool. So when I need to, I can go here and then I can click on the side here and nice. Okay, so let's begin. So let's look at the infrastructure first. And I'm just gonna be looking at like how the building is set up. And we'll look at materials maybe last out of this. Man, I hope I got enough time for this. Cool. So let's look up here. So the main things I wanted to highlight when I was looking around is this image. So what I'm gonna do is just paste these. I'm gonna fly around real quick and look at like key aspects here. Oh man, there's some nice. What is that? Yo, cool. Okay. I'm looking at the detail on the wall because the wall is not just a clean surface anymore, which is nice. Nice to see. Seeing if like maybe I want this feedback to be closer to the stuff that's up here. I can just drag it up here and it'll reorder it. Anything that's in these cells will just move with it. Just really, really handy. Maybe I can cover that in this one. I'll just repaste on top of this one. See it here. Cool. Yeah. So when I was looking at the edges of the walls here, or of the walkway, I noticed that. So we've got a nice like decal that's on the edge. That's giving you the illusion that it's textured or has been sculpted on. Oh, we got a nice seam here too. We probably want to address the scale of that. So I'll just highlight that as well. Dude, it's nice. It's all here, man. Okay. Just kind of looking around here. Oh man, dude, we could be in here for. I don't think I have the whole stream time to do this. So some of the stuff here is like, I'll make it in bullet form. So geometry is not fully realized yet. There we go. Yeah, cool. And then I will color code these so that you can understand what I'm highlighting. Let's do this. What's the next one here? Emissives. This is probably feedback for more of a material side of things, but I'm going to call it out just because it's part of the infrastructure. So we'll make this like a yellow. And then what you'll see is I'll do like this pass where I'll make a yellow. I'll make this like bluish color. So the bluish color would be like this great material. And then yellow would be like this edge. And so what I'm thinking about when it's like emissive looks simple, should have texture gradients inside it to give more depth, or perceived depth rather. That works. This one's pretty straightforward. Wood beams look very low poly. Think about adding secondary elements. Oh my god. Dude, come on. Elements to support how the structure is held together. So like when I say stuff like this is me thinking about like maybe I can doodle it. Support beams are these, right? But like, are they held together by like a little metal bracket thing that's like connected under the, maybe it needs to be longer than that. So it'd be like this. Is there anything that should be here? Like, I don't know. And then the wood beams being very low poly is like this stuff here. And sometimes just for speed, I'll do all the colors and stuff, and then I'll color these later if I need to. Like maybe I'll make this green, and then I'll highlight this stuff here, and then make this green. So that way you know. And just make this. Oh man, I probably need to make the whole row. Here. All these black. And yeah, when I highlight this stuff, this one to me, this is like in the grand scheme of, okay, we only have a week left or 2 weeks, because we're not going to say that the project is done until the end of week 8. So you technically have next week and the week after that, because we're getting ready to go into week 7. So through the lens of like, what's the priority of this? I need to keep in mind for your guys' sake that the priorities are correct based on the amount of time you have left. So I would give this, I go from a prio 0 to 10. So for something like this, I would probably put this as a prio 4. And I'll just do it like this. I'll set all these up too so they're all centered up and look nice. Is this interesting to you guys, or am I like noodling on a little too much? No, it's perfect. All right, cool. Also, I was setting this up like just right before the stream started, so I want to make sure it's representative of what I'm trying to do here. You can see what I'm doing is I'm copying cells right now, just pasting all the settings that I have set for them. So I'd put this as like a prio 4. This one would be a prio 3 maybe. Let's do this. Oh man, come on. I'm like, come on, bro. You can see sometimes it can get a little complicated if you're still setting it up. But now I can select all of these, hit back, and now the font is all set up for them. Okay, same with this one. This one, emissives, it's the same comment, with the emissives being very simple. Geometry looks simple as well here. Geometry could use more bevels. And edge decals. So this one is, we're talking like, I shouldn't worry about the freaking, if it's bold or not. But I'm thinking about, this size is also still not enough. So I want you to be able to really zoom in and grab all these and just, so I want you to be able to do this if you need to. So what I was looking at is these geometry edges, and like this stuff here. Watch out for all these laser lines. These are the types of things that I'm looking out for. With the emissives, that's just this the light in there, right? This emissive strip, because it's not going to be perfectly even. Like if I emissive strip, emissive ceiling, box light. Like they're not perfect, right? They're gonna have like gradients on the edge, or like maybe where an emissive is a light diode is maybe not as bright as another. So one is super prio. 0 would be insane prio. Like stop everything, fix it immediately. I don't think there's gonna be any zeros in here. That would be really weird, I think, if I had to say. The other thing is maybe like the I don't think you need the, what are they called? This light setup thing here, these pieces, which for sure do not ever build like this in real production. Tech art, someone more technical than us will kill you. But I don't think we need all of this. We probably just need like a wire. Only they find out who plays, and they'll always find out, man. Or they'll start torturing someone until the person cracks and says, "It's me. It was me." No, I'm just kidding. So you have these lights here, and I think you could place a light that doesn't need to be explained that could hit this, and we can just either pretend it's coming from this, or we can run a wire. Like if I grab a screenshot of this, let's insert another one here. Paste this here. I'll erase this. Go back here, screenshot. Paste. So what I'm thinking of is maybe you could run like a wire from this point down, and it's just a hanging light, right? And then there's a light there, and then that's shining. So it's just hanging suspended. So hanging lights instead of a very unique micro, let's say kit bashed light setup, light frame for lights blueprint. This one I will put that at like a 2. That's a really big deal. We should solve that. I took a screenshot of this. I think the main reason I screenshotted this is the material. Hello, Miro. I'm gonna just hide you. The connection point where the wall meets the floor. Or the wall and the floor meet in a geometric / unrealistic way. Suggest adding like a floorboard or adding a floorboard or floor trim. Oh, nice. No. There you go. Edge decal is too small. Just scaling up by 3 times. Dude, every freaking time. I'm not struggling. It's fine. Dude, come on. Arrows. UV seam. Check for UV seams, seams, and please hide them. Same decal comment here. Same problem with me trying to color code things. Hand railing. I would see if we can add a mask with fingerprints in the roughness that expose. Wait, a mask that exposes fingerprints in the roughness. So, you know, the top part of the railing gets this little bit of like textural difference, and you can see like a little micro detail. I think that would look really nice. So it's like areas like here. And then we'll do this as well. This one I'll change the color to this blue. Would it work to make a few dummies with the color in the background? You copy. I mean, I could do this. Let's make all of these that, and then I'll change this one to gold. This one's like the green. This one can be like this. And then I could do this. This is what you mean, right? See, I could copy 2 of these as well, and then just like that. And then I could go in here and, man, it's so weird talking it through instead of just doing it on my own. We could do it like that. I would, let's see here. So I guess. Oh my God! Come on, look at that. See, this is no surface of the floor needs color changing, or needs value and saturation changes based on daily foot traffic. Decals for shoe scuff marks is an example. Oh yeah, so you've got this nice railing in here. That's really good. There's actually no 0.2 or 0.3 in this one. Actually, I lied. This one's probably another. But we can just do like. Cool. Okay, so we kind of been going through all these. This one I would put like at a 6. This one's maybe like a 5. Hand railings, yeah, this is probably 5 as well. This one is a 4. One's a 3 to me. Yeah, so you can see like the feedback could just pile and pile and pile if you want to go very nitpicky. And because of where we're at in the project, this is where I would start to get like really small with the details. And a lot of these can be solved in like minutes, right? Or even a few, like 15 minutes or so. I guess on maybe there is a 0.3 on this one. Let me see if I can copy and paste this. No, it just keeps the color. Cool. Okay. So 0.3 would probably be something like decal for micro debris. So that'd be like the odd like piece of paper, you know, like a little thing here. Maybe like a ticket to the thing, little bits of dust and whatnot. Just it gets, you know, it helps you understand the scale of what you're looking at. I think the scuff marks could probably also go on the sides here. Maybe around the corners. So those things, those will go a long way. The light that's coming in from outside seems really bright. So maybe I'll come back to that. Cool. Let's go through here and take a look at what's going on in here. Okay, so stairs here. Nice, this is a good one. Stairs need bending around the walls. And then we've got point 3 is, or point 2 is hand railing. Nice. If you go to, that's so annoying. Hand railing is not consistent with the rest of the railing. And then lacking support for under the stairs to support the weight of people using them. So you probably need like a, so the hand railing color here. Then we need the stairs bend around the walls. So what you probably want is a metal bend, or we get it away from the wall. It's probably better to get it away from the wall, actually. Stairs shouldn't meet the wall. Cool. Do we want maybe some type of suggest adding a tape line for foot traction? That's the type of stuff where it's like, you know, the tape. I think it would be like this. Switch this. It'd be like this. Maybe here too. Yeah, grip tape. Thank you. Grip tape. Go. Cool. This. Yeah, that's a 4, I think. I think the scuff marks I was talking about, shoe scuff marks, decals for school shoe scuff marks. The nice thing about those is we could then place them on anything to make it like scuffing the sides of things and whatnot. You might need a yellow tape at the top so that people know that they're about to approach a set of stairs. Oh man, that's probably a real one. Anyways, yeah. Let's keep exploring here. Man, this feels really cool. Just gonna put this, take this and move this down here. You can see we're gonna go wild, man. So what is this, 5? I can just grab this one, 3 here, paste, and grab 2 more, paste, there we go. Okay. Yeah, so I was gonna say that I think the edge needs to be wider on the decal. So that's just, you know, it's just here. This edge felt weird to me, but I don't know if like, it feels like this is all placed on top. I don't know if this is supposed to disappear or if that edge is supposed to be there. But as long as this is wider, I think you're going to be in a good spot. What do we need? We need, do we have a better image I can doodle that on? I don't think so. I'll just pull this down so we can highlight it down here. So right here, we need like decals that show that these are more grounded. Decals to show grounding of objects to the wall. Thinking here. If there's anything else that I would probably think. I would suggest taking this, having the wall do this, right? And then go in and then continue. Just so that you get this disconnect between these two surfaces. Yo, Seismic, what's up? Suggest adjusting to separate the surfaces a bit more. How you doing, Seismic? Look, I think with the way that the wood was set up here, you see these like line breaks? I would probably put the same line break here. So you can change the direction of the wood. With metal piece to change the wood direction. Building a new environment? No, we're feedbacking on the group challenge from our community. Some good stuff in here. Okay, if we come in here, let's look around here. So see this trim here? This is nice. Something like that down here. Maybe the same one that you have in here would be what I would use. And leave the wooden ones for in here. Man, these walls feel really nice. This is nice too with these connected here. It's interesting because I don't feel like they need a decal under them for those ones, strangely enough. Yeah, man, I'm fighting so hard not to look at the props yet. The text should get removed now. Text should be removed or added to a level that is off by default. So that would be like these guys here. That. And I also think I would look online and see how other museums are doing their ceiling lights. Because it feels it feels weird to me that they terminate into the wall. Like I would suggest actually maybe doing this. Let's see if I can suggest hanging the lights similar to how we do them in the booths, inset booths. Set booths to the right and left. So like so maybe connect it up here to the wood and bring that down. Could be interesting to even see a little wire so that you get a little bit more micro information. Frank, what's up, man? How you doing? Make an actual low poly Poodlestein. Put that out there. I think this will just look more logical. Yeah. Let's see what I would do. This one to me is a 5. Yeah. 5, 2. Nice. Micro 2. Three. I was focused on the blueprint part, okay? It makes sense, man. I get you. But that was weeks ago, Poodlestein. Cool. Let's keep going. Savage. So these look pretty cool. When I initially thought of these, I thought they were gonna be. I'll let you guys decide what you think. I feel like these should go actually up here. And then of course the light needs to have a gradient, so it's not just a band of light. Because if you do that, you can actually let's put it in here. Raise plants to the top. Break up the shape with a few random branches. So that would be like, I'll show you here. So that would be, all right, and then emissives needs gradients to look explainable. Cool. So we have that raised up. Then we need to have this type of stuff like this. Just so there's, you know, like little branches and stuff that help just break that edge up. And then the emissives. And then what do we'll make this blue. This will be yellow. All of this. Something like that. Or no. Of course it needs to be green. A little hard to see, but whatever. I'm gonna put this at like a, we got a 4 already, right? Yeah. These bevels actually feel a good size for the wall. Some nice surface information going on there too. That's cool. Dude, look at that. Dude, that's wild. It kind of looks like it was painted. That's cool. Okay, up here. So it's 8:48. If we hit 9 o'clock, I'm going to move on from the infrastructure and start looking at the props. So we want to look out for geometric edges. Want to structurally explain how things are connected. I think how we can. Yeah, so. And then point 2 would be more geo needed. So we don't see, so we can't count edges. Don't need a point 3. Cool. Oh man, yeah. Oh, that's cool. I'm getting distracted. Look away. Look away. It might be worth looking at adding like a upper, we call it in the US, we call it crown molding. And it would just be around here. Some type of pattern, you know, that goes around just in the central area. Kind of call the column out a bit. Dude, it's really cool, right, Frank? Pretty rad. We could probably put this at like a 6, honestly. This I would put at a 4. And anywhere there you feel like there's hard edges, we gotta try and wipe those out. Man, these are cool. Look at the subtle roughness there. Let's get some smudges and fingerprints in here as roughness decals. I think that would go a long way if you look closely. So maybe somewhere around here, you know, just on the lower part there. Of course, that's very low prio, but the scaling on the wood seems slightly too small. The scaling on the wood floor. Oh, you mean this stuff here? So when we get to the materials, I'll probably want to look at this as well. Which, of course, who knows if we're going to get to that, you know? There's so many things we're looking at here. Let's go around a bit more here. I wonder if this would be the last one here. Speakers should get scaled up some. Very small feeling right now. Might be the case for the lights too in this area. Maybe the lights could be scaled up a little bit. Oh, they don't have. Oh man, they got all that detail in the back though. And so then I would do this too. This is probably prop feedback. Um, cool. That's a good one. I put this at like probably a 3. This is probably a 4. What is this? 64. See if that fixes it. Yeah, I feel like you'd have them more tucked in to the corner, and instead of having them facing this way, they would do more like this, just so that you get a different angle than just straight angles. I can add this as like a supporting image. This can probably be shrunk down like this. Cool. Okay, let's keep going here. Yeah, if you notice anything as well, call it out. We can take a look at it. You see a size difference though. Size also could be larger and more dynamic in its positioning. This type of feedback takes a while, huh? Okay. Looking around, I think generally this gets a lot of that aspect of infrastructure kind of sorted. Mark, what's up, dude? When I was looking at this one, maybe there's another point I can add here for the windows should look like they have a clasp so that you can open them for cleaning. Pretty hardcore, I know. Or maybe it's supposed to be here or something. Something like that. What about the corners of the colored walls for the ceiling? They could use a similar wall border. You mean here? Or you mean like when I was talking about this type of thing? Banjo, yes, that's part of it. So I like the way this is set up because it feels like modern. It kind of goes with the modern look that the rest of the museum has. But I think getting it on this central piece could be interesting for calling out that pillar separately. But just that central piece, I think. Did you turn up just to the end? No, we got another hour. We got another hour. Nice. Yeah, so okay, so let's keep going here. Trying to think if there's anything else that is sticking out to me. This is weird. If I hide this, I'll just say it like that. That'd probably be the feedback. This is weird. Oh boy, Maru. Nice. That should be enough, right? Why can't I? Oh, weird. Okay. Like, why can't I scale that? When you don't pay the handyman enough? Nice. I just see one I want to highlight here. This has to do with material roughness variation in the core. Age and wear. Let's go. So kind of like this area. This is like a 5 type thing. 3 materials present, all feeling slightly different in texture res. The one material A is maybe tiling too much. Also looks like a different visual style than the other materials. Work on unifying our material sets. So you can see I highlighted that material A is one of them. Oh my god. Every time. So I'll just I'll highlight this, and then I'll just A. See? And then material B looks rougher damage-wise than the other materials. So it's more about the consistency and like getting all of the materials to read nice together, right? And look consistent. That's the main call outs of that. Okay, it's 9:03. Maybe we should yeah, you'd see more metal on the stairs for sure. Like this powder coating or whatever's on it would be a little less exposed. I think what I would do for that is probably make a material variation of this where it's more chipped away, and then use a mask or vertex painting to blend to that more chipped away version. This is super high prio. I would maybe even put that as a 2. Okay, for your guys' sake, I think what I'm gonna do as well is give you guys a category for ownership, so people know who to chase for that. Owner. And if you want, while you're following along, if you know this thing's on you, you can put your name down. You just put your name in this side category here. Got 4 here, so I'm gonna just paste those. Then we got 2 more. Cool. Okay, I think we can get to the props. And yeah, it's like the same thing goes for the speakers here. Like we could tilt these. What is it shift? No, control tilde? Yeah, there we go. Can do stuff like that. It's gonna be much more interesting. It might mean that the thing that we're connecting to the back, maybe it needs to be separate. That way it can be tilted or whatnot. Or we can put it into a blueprint or something. Okay. I'm just gonna go to roughness because I'm here. Nice. There's some nice stuff going on in the like. Look how it's subtle but very effective. What I was gonna say is there isn't a lot of reflective materials in here, as far as infrastructure goes. So I was going to suggest that you make this more reflective, just so that I don't know, it just looks a bit more interesting. I think it's this material, right? Wetness, leaks, dirt. Oh wow, you guys have been going crazy in here. Is it this material? Second base color. Masks, first blend, wetness. Maybe it's not exposed anymore. Base UV. Let me see if it's this. No, it is that material. Okay. Never mind. What's up with the material warning? This one. Down here. Base color or samples game, blah, 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 as color. So it's incorrect compression setting. Which I imagine has been quite often just because the way that we're importing stuff back and forth. No, come on, man. Compression is not set correctly. You wish Unreal could detect ORM and set them as masks by default? I kind of agree with that, but I also that naming convention is only specific to ORM, right? Some people pack, like, people are packing in tons of different ways. That's why they can't really be sure about what they're looking at. Maybe I'll just go into this asset itself. And I think it's this one. Yeah. So did you guys remove the, or is it the wetness? Is it the wetness that you guys are doing it with? No? That doesn't look like it. Maybe I'm just going crazy. No, I'm just, yeah. Basically, I want this to feel like a more reflective surface. You'll have the control. It's a different material completely. My God. You guys have been, yeah, when I opened it, I was like, yo, you guys have been going wild here. Yeah, you just need a multiply and a power for your controls. Okay, let's dive into the prop stuff. That's a one as well. Compression stuff. Okay. Here we go. I'm just gonna like grab these. What else we got here? I'm just gonna grab the one of the plates and we'll call it good for there. So what we can do with these is, this is our opportunity to follow up with the people that have been working on these and find out if they're going to finish it in the next week. I say week because you're going to need a week to adjust it anyways. Think here. No, this is why I do this format. You can paste easily. I don't even need this one. Maybe I'll find another thing somewhere. Cool. Okay. We're getting there. Oh, yeah, Goat Zombie. Interesting username. Yes, definitely. That's what'll happen. Basically, it's the wrong compression. It's wrong, right? Let's see. I'll fly around a little bit more here. Since these have been called out, we'll highlight those. Dude, there's so many props in here. Feedbacking on all this stuff is kind of wild. I don't even know if I don't think that's possible. Yo, dude, that's what I'm talking about. Okay, I'm going to. I think here. It's like I feel like I need a space to look at all of the props. We need like a prop gym or something. This is wild, by the way. This one looks amazing. That is pure insanity. Pure insanity, for sure. Did I get this one? Kinda. Are these? Is this one different from the other one? It is. We have this one as well. Man, these are coming along. They're right. Some of them are just not there yet. Oh, here. Sorry, you guys are enjoying me just process stuff. Let me know if you have questions though on some of these things. Oh, where am I? That's a very hidden fire alarm. Dude, I love the attention to detail on this seat. I'm putting all the foliage in one category. We have this smaller one, right? And then we have this bigger one. And just do this. Man, that's looking cool. I hadn't really kept up on that one. That one's really new to the like collection as well. Let me know if I miss any as well. I wonder how many of these there are. Dude, all these are really cool. Yeah, 4 of the ficus. Noted. Look at this one. Oh, you sent it late? Yeah. Yeah, the thing is when you're working with a team as well, right? You have to remember that they have to also get it in. Wow, that chest came quickly. Oh, whoops. We could put on that one. Oh, I didn't get this chair. This seat? That's not right. What is this thing? Oh, that's cool. It's a little speaker. Yeah, see, you don't need to add my... You don't need to add me. I'm gonna... It's like this. There you go. Okay. Yeah, life finds a way to get busy. Don't make sure not to beat yourself up over that stuff. Like we're doing this, you know, to work together and try and push each other. But we should not be making each other feel bad either, though. Important to remember. Shokri. Oh man. Hang on here. Okay. Poster kit, right? Poster kit needed. That's my assumption. Not complete. Will this get finished? Um, the tough part about these ones is you can't really feedback on them yet. So first they have to get completed, then you can feedback on them, and then they can start their iteration, right? We also need to look at that pillow a little bit closer. This detail here. Man, it looks cool. That's for sure. How you guys doing? Is this riveting? Me pasting stuff around? Maybe we can do it like this. We can zoom in about that far. Nice. Okay. Oh, okay. For the level artists, actually, no, it's on the artist. So, um, chains are floating. Hello looks really nice. The metal feels like it might be a little too... The metal might be a little too extreme in the roughness. Oh, you think I need to feedback on the calendar, Fatal? No, so I think it's actually on Nature because this looks grounded. So I'm gonna assume that it's the chains that are off. Yeah, because that's planted. It's even pushed in a little bit, I think. Um, let's look at the roughness maps on this. Well, first, yeah, yeah, this looks good. Let's go to so it might just be a little too diffused. I don't know. This what the hell? How come I can't hide that? Is it because it's all part of the blueprint? Okay, so medallion, let's go. Is there any roughness control with this? Am I looking at the wrong metal material A? Thank you. So the rough minute max, I usually tell people to avoid affecting your roughness this way because it ends up you're just clipping information instead of moving it back and forth. What you actually need is like a multiply and a power node exposing like the contrast of it, which allows you to squish it forward and backwards as well as um, like in and out. And then the other one kind of shifts the midpoint forward and backwards. So that'd give you a lot more control. Let me just see how this is. I mean, it's there. Wait, what? Albedo desaturation. Maybe I would turn these off. Yeah, it's just these. So you don't need the rough min and max. You should have enough control just there. So like the contrast, which I guess if we turn that off and turn the desaturation off, normal intensity. Desaturation int multiplying. Material tweaks. Base BC. Man, okay, I see. Man, that's kind of hard to read. Yeah, so see what this is doing. So what I'm looking for is you want to be able to oops. You want to be able to affect the roughness, but it doesn't look like that's just the albedo. What am I looking at here? I'm looking at the wrong base color, detail normal, tiling, normal, detail, roughness, brain. Okay, so yeah, that's what I'm going insane, man. AO strength as well. Okay, so yeah, so you just want to multiply and a power node. And then I think you want a 1 minus as well. Oh, We're doing surgery here. Is it? Do I want to 1 minus there? All right, have a good one. There'll be some feedback on the foliage as well, I think, but I'm not sure yet. We'll just look at. No, I don't need to check that out. Oh yeah, no, this destroyed everything. Cool. Ignore me. Ignore me. I bet I can't even undo all this. Okay. No questions asked. But we need a little bit more control over there. Oh yeah, we also have these. What is that? Oh, it's just a cube. Okay. So right now, I don't know what these are. You know what I mean? Like, I know they're podiums, but I don't know what the material is. Material seems dark as well. Strangely dark is probably a better way to put it. So is the top like a... It's supposed to be a marble? Looks like some wild compression going on in it too. Might need to check compression settings. So for the ones that aren't complete, I'm gonna just make them like this. Those are like high prio things. This one's maybe more like a, it's like polishing prio. This one's more of a 4. Oh, no. Copilot's gonna rewrite things for me. I'm gonna put this as a 1 because I know it's being worked on. Looks maybe too dark. Missing low poly bake. Size of the lights might look better larger. Should investigate. Cool. This one, suspension cables are just one color. Get some material separation. I think that's it. Maybe these are okay otherwise. Yeah, let's see where else we're at here. Okay, so we got those ones. These signs, signage, podium. I don't know how many. Whoop, how many podiums there are. Display cases. I'll just push this down like that and then do this. Because there's so many, I'm going to put that at a 3. Okay, what else are we looking at here? They're looking good. Where are they at? Where are you? Where are you? So lower table version needs to be split up for propping needs. Makes sense, right? Oh man, come on. There you go. Did I take a picture of the other? It just popped into my head, so I'm going to see if I can find it really fast. Hourglass. Okay. So you can see I've got this bounding box thing here. If you hit show and we type in bound. So we've got bounds turned on. This shows you the bounding box of the object. There were some that were acting very funny. They had huge bounding boxes. I want to see if those are fixed. This one. Okay, so this one has a massive bounding box. I don't know why. It's the same story with this one, if I remember correctly. Yeah, this one also has a huge bounding box. That is going to cause you some serious performance issues, especially when it comes to like ray tracing and how that's being handled. Massive bounding box needs to be fixed. Let's... Yeah, see when you frame on it as well, it goes way out here. Otherwise, oh my god, opacity, no. Oh, that's interesting. I'm like, yo, that's wrong. Okay, so this one has a massive bounding box. I wanted to look at the roughness. I mean, this, to me, this asset is done. I don't think there's much else that can be added to it. Maybe that's an issue. So I would tell the glass to be excluded from the AO bake. Rebake AO and exclude glass. Main reason I say that is it's making the details on the top here really dark. Looks like it's being decimated by... Oh, it does look like it's being decimated by nanite. Yeah. That's probably for the level artist to sort out, but nanite looks like it's destroying the mesh currently. Interesting one. Dude, man, what's up? What is going on? We're just feedbacking on everyone's stuff. How would I fix it? I believe if I go to switch this, turn this on a nanite, you can see the top details get all crushed down. I think what we would do is go into the asset. Go to nanite section, preserve area. So you'll get a like little hints and tips sometimes when you mouse over things. Normal precision, maximum, keep triangle percentage. So you could, what is it? I think if you set that to 0. No, see, it crushes it. It's one of these. So fallback target, auto, percentage triangles, relative error. So I think this makes a fallback mesh the same as preserve area, you think would do it? So we did set this to auto, but then preserve area. No, it's still causing issues. It's because it's falling back to the fallback mesh. Now the other reason this could be happening is because the bounding box is so big. Because that changes how Unreal thinks about the size of the object. You know what I mean? So what I'm doing right now is by setting into percent triangles and applying this, I'm just forcing it to use the fallback mesh is just the same mesh. There's no like difference between the fallback mesh and the original asset. But yeah, I suspect it's the bounding box that's causing that problem. So just straight out of the gate with this prop, by the way, fatal because you mentioned it. I don't have much to say on this. I was looking at it pretty closely earlier. It looks pretty good. When it's in shadow, it looks pretty nice as well. If it's like nighttime, I guess it's pretty. The glass should also be separated if you want to use nanite, but is that still a thing? Man, that is still a thing. It's forcing it to use the fallback mesh because the glass. Interesting. Oh right, yeah. So yeah, if I go here, go to nanite. Yeah, so it's black even though it's saying it's nanite. The other thing, I couldn't make a prop zoo earlier because we're still applying the materials to the objects in the scene and not on the assets themselves. So like there's a pretty easy way to fix that. So if we go to details, let me just pin this. We've got two materials here. If I just double click this and open it up, we've got this here. We just need to, well, first of all, of course, fix the bounding box. But if you shift right click and shift left click, you'll copy and paste between the two. And then you can save on the prop and then it's good to go. But don't apply materials on like a local basis because what actually happens in the background is you end up paying for this material plus these two on the same prop. You want to have only the materials you want to pay for on the original asset itself. So we need to make sure that we get that in tune. Um, let's see here. Canon needs to be textured. Is there an untouched room? There is. It's the one with your plants in it. Is that why you're asking? Exactly. Nice. This man, I love these like little holes that are here. I guess the question I had for you on this asset is is this carved out of this? Are they like welded together? As in like this is all one continuous shape? It feels strange to me, but you can get away with it as well though. So I'll say once an asset hits before I say this, once an asset hits a prio 8 or higher, or any of these hit prio 8 or higher, you could technically ignore them if you're stressed about other things. Think about it like that. These can go into your backlog and can be thrown away to non-existence later anyways. So it doesn't it's fine. The things we should sweat about are the 0 to 5 or 0 to 4. Those should get sorted. Let's see where we got this one. Man, we got so many props to go through here. There's no way. This one is amazing. I don't really have any feedback for it. Let me see if I can. Is it over here? Yes. I think if you can get us the prop without the cloth as well, we can place it on like a table, you know? Oh, you got that in the Google Drive? Hell yeah. So this is also in the 8 territory. I'm going to delete this one because we already have a one for all posters. This one's maybe like a 5. No, we'll make that a 4. This one, 5. This, yeah. This one's a 3, just because this isn't separated. Missing textures. Oh no. Oh, we don't want that. It's probably a 2. 1. Nice. We're getting there. There is a second version of this one here. Has a different texture set. We should add that next to this one. So you have 2 different versions. Material looks good. Make sure to not go too crazy with the normal strength. And then I would say missing detail normal and detail normal mask. This one I would put in the maybe even 7 range. This one. So I feel like there's something more we could do with this. If you were to, where are we at here? If you were to take these, oh, I'm excited. Bound. Okay, so these have crazy bounding boxes too. Bounding box needs to be addressed. Presentation is lacking interest. Materials look slightly too dark. Could have more range in the roughness. Where does the bounding box come from? So the bounding box is derived from everything that's inside of the prop. A box gets drawn around that. So you can see in the podium, it's the size of the podium. Now there's something in this prop that's somewhere inside of this cube that's causing it to generate a large bounding box. That adds heavy computational times to certain aspects of the engine. I think Lumen and Nanite rely on an accurate bounding box. So does streaming and occlusion. Could be a loose vert somewhere. It could be a lot of things that are just random. Maybe there's something that's being exported off center, like, but then the pivot gets corrected when it gets into Unreal. Yeah, something empty inside of the FBX. So you want to have a super clean FBX. The other thing I mentioned in here was maybe like have more range in the roughness. So it does look accurate. It's trying to make it more interesting. And then the other thing that I mentioned was materials look slightly too dark, but presentation is lacking interest. What I would actually do is I'll just take one of these and show you with this. And if you have multiple objects, I would suggest maybe trying this and see how it feels. So like if you were to do this and have these like so, you could do some interesting things with like just having some props like that. The one thing I would think would be really cool is if you exported out all of these as one and just did a cloth sim on top of it. So that way you had like a flat base that's elevated and has like cloth folds kind of going down it. And then you place those on top and the cloth could just be kind of going off of the edges and whatnot. But something like this would be pretty cool to see, I think. Let me just paste this over here. This one I would put at like a 5. This one we just flag as that. I think this one is at a 7. There were some comments about maybe the color. Maybe the color is a tad too dark versus the rest of the asset and scenes and scene. I felt that on this one too. That it maybe was a tad too bright. Also lacking a complex surface in the roughness pass. Let me find that one here. Oh, it's this one here. Yeah, so if we go to buffer and we go to roughness, you can see the roughness is basically very, very simple. In here, it's a little bit more complex. There's some stuff going on here. And if we go to lit, you can see already there's a lot of complexity because of it. There should be stuff happening on here, even though it's pristine or clean. What are you out of the loop on, Muck? Everything, basically the whole scene. Yep, everything. There is one thing I would say for the level artists that are the ones that have access to the Unreal project and are adding everything to the scene, is they should be sending tons of pictures to the chat all the time, showing them where their assets at, what it looks like, what the buffers look like, just because they don't have visibility of it, or have like a sync. Might be a little late in the project to be having call syncs to show them, but more visibility is better than none or any visibility really. This one I put it like a 4, maybe a 3. This one you could ship with that. You could ship with these for the trees. Slight discoloration for where people often sit would be nice. People are dirty, man, and they make surfaces change colors. Maybe like here. You could do it with a mask too, and then have like a contrast control, because then you can kind of change the size of that discoloring. Hi, oh Cube, what's up? Yeah, so we're just putting this on anything that has not met any of the deadlines that have been pushed on by in the chat. So make sure you're keeping an eye on the chat for that stuff. Let's see what else we got going on in here. I think for these, just so that it's super clear and it's easy to see them, I'm gonna just make them another color. And then things that are below 3, we'll get another color. 3 and down. Not to stress you out or anything. I'm not smiling. Yeah. Let's keep going down this. This one feels like, I mean, this one feels pretty good. It feels like it's maybe missing a detail normal. Could use a more interesting presentation. Yes, the arm. I want to go look at the arm. Dark background on Miro. You go up here. Boards. Background color. Blah. Oh, chair. Chair too. Maybe I should hit the chair up. So the chair is already looking pretty cool. It looks like you're just working on the facade, like sculpted details. I would see if you can get a clear coat shader going with it. See if we can get a clear coat shader with this. Looks promising. I expect this is going to get done in time. No, every time. Okay, we're on the edge out of time. Is there anyone in chat? Is there anyone in chat that wants feedback on their asset that we haven't gotten to it yet? Few years ago? Yeah, that's pretty new. This is probably within like the last 6 months. Dark gray is the best one. Black is way too dark, I think. Prosthetic arm. All right, prosthetic arm. I mean, this looks pretty cool to me. Unlit looks pretty good. How's your material ambient occlusion? That looks good as well. How's your alpha? It's all geo. Is it? No. Is it? It is. Yo, you monster. I love it. Okay, so you have no alpha tests going on. Buffer. Let's look at your roughness. So I think the only thing I would do is see if you can get a roughness pass on it that makes it look like it's been used a lot. So like where the elbow would meet a table often, you're gonna get some like scuffing there. So the roughness is gonna be a little bit more rough there. And maybe a bit of discoloring around the edge here, just from like repeatedly meeting people's bodies over time, right? There's gonna be a little bit of like a oil residue that's kind of soaked into the material. I think it would be really nice to get a poster like this of that hand nice and close up. Like just like up like this, and then you can just see like all that detail work that you put in. Najer, I think with your medallion, I think it's more of a shader need, a shader adjustment that needs to happen. It also could be that there's just too many lights on it. I'm like, where is it? I just hit it, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, so it might just need an adjustment. Maybe it's just a tad too bright. This one I would say is pretty close to done as well. Right now it could use maybe a nicer presentation. Be cool. But not required, of course. But what I'm thinking of is like you could have these stilts that are held up, and then again you have cloth that's on top of it, and then it looks like it's resting on like a cloth formation, so that the cloth folds and stuff are drawing interest to the scene. Maybe you know, maybe someone can help us with that. Maybe we'll see. Um, I would put this one, honestly, this one's probably at like a 6. This one is at a 4. Still needs a lot of adjustments and whatnot to go onto it, but man, it's looking cool. Where are you? There you are. So there's material stuff that needs to happen. Whoa, that's crazy. It's getting there though, dude. Hell yeah. This could probably be tiled up a bit more. Maybe a little too shiny. Holy hell, look at these materials. That's wild. Oh, that's why. There's no probably put this at like a 7, a 0.7. It's working a little bit. 0.8 maybe. We gotta get that soft feel. The white is probably too white. The red is probably too saturated. Man, it's coming together though. It's coming together. All right, I'll look at these plants and then we'll call it good. So generally, these plants look pretty good. They look a little bit like because of the color of the leaves, they look a little on the faker side, like fake plants. You really got to author your maps fully to like right now that like the roughness of this I don't think is very accurate. And then if we look at the unlit, the color is very uniform. Whereas like not uniform, but like artificial in the way that it's set. Like this should get thinner or like thicker based on like where it's connecting and how it connects to things. They need like a good like material pass. Albedo and roughness is probably the two that are hitting it the hardest right now. It does have transmission. That's good. Oh yeah, we got a floating bench here. And then let's check your opacity here. So your base here, the planter bottom, this should get separated out and not have an opacity channel because this is getting alpha tested, even though there's no alpha being involved on that. So it just needs to be material separated. Especially since you're pulling in 3 separate materials for this. If they're all in the same texture set, yeah, they are. You should probably only have 2 material slots here. One for the plant, and then one for the planter and the dirt. One has alpha, one doesn't have alpha. But yeah, I'll probably get up in the morning and do a little bit more feedback in here just to fill it all out. So that way everyone gets some feedback. Alpha shouldn't be on the planter. One too many materials. Albedo and roughness need a pass. It's the same for this one when it comes to the albedo and roughness. I'd put this at like a 4 for now. Cool. Okay. I'm gonna need to go through and hit some more of these, but yeah. We're getting there. Dude, yeah, this is crazy. I'm just kind of going through here. But cool, don't forget to put your names here if you're involved in this, and spread the word to anyone who was not on the stream that this exists. And yeah. Yo, Miro, dude, thanks for the 3 gifted, dude. Really appreciate it, man. So close. We're getting there. We are getting there. We're about 25% in the red. Not bad. Not bad, not bad. Miro, thanks again, man. That's I really appreciate it. Cool. Okay. I'll talk to you guys later. I'll see you on Thursday. Let me look at the calendar really fast. If you didn't hear, portfolio reviews got opened up again, so if you want, you can sign up. This Thursday. Where are we at here? This Thursday, it's just me doing the temple scene, so we'll just be chilling. But yeah, thanks a lot, guys. I'll see you guys later. Have a good evening.